Right. So let's get started. Hello everyone. Welcome to the episode of Connecting with Dr. Padmini Howpage. This is episode number 57. And for those who haven't met me before, my name is Sam Lee, and I'm the founder of Connect with Confidence. And I'll be the interviewing Padmini. So how you been, Padmini?
Very good, Sam. Thank you for inviting me. And how nice you're doing this series with different people.
Yeah. Actually, you're the 57th person, and
That's right.
interviewing people everywhere with like high profile people, and yeah, I enjoy doing this podcast because you get to know their background, people's background, how they yeah, what they like to do in their personal life, their hobbies, interests, and as well
Yeah.
their career as well. So it's really cool to know about the background of successful people. So yeah, so Dr. Pat Mini, so yeah, I was just wondering, yeah, how's your week been? Your week been well?
Yes, it is. It was great, but busy as always, Sam. But I try to get some time for me too, right? Trying to do a bit of walking,
Mm.
reflecting, meeting friends, spend some time with the family, and this includes pets too, by the way, eating
Oh,
good food.
uh,
So all these things help me to recharge, right?
mm,
And so it works for me. Therefore, I actually would like to tell everyone, please try something for yourself, me
mm,
time instead.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. I guess you just you need to have a balance of like your social life and your
Yes.
career as well, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sounds good. And what do you have plans for this weekend? It's Friday today, so any plans for this weekend?
So I would be busy as usual, doing many things. But the regarding me, I love spending some time in the nature. And I am a psychiatrist, so practicing mindfulness whenever I can. It's
Mm,
actually my one of my pet area.
mm,
I actually wrote two books for the simple reason I believe in it that everyone should do mindfulness, but so engaging in community projects and bringing people together, that's something I did for a long time.
mm,
And the connections, whether it is kind of human or animal, for that matter, nature, that's another
mm,
connection. It
mm,
interests me.
mm.
So I find I don't have to be with people all the time to bring
Yep,
people together.
for
So
sure.
this weekend, I have a pet project that I am not a photographer, but I have this kind of focus on selective photography. And recently, I started a kind of mindfulness photo series called Flourish in Stillness.
Yep.
Here, I try to use wildflower photos to inspire people to slow down and be present. So it's limited focus on photography, but I don't want to be a photographer. I just want to capture moments of stillness and beauty of this stillness for this moment. So I would be busy with that during this weekend. That's one of my hobby.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and I was gonna uh get on your hobbies and interests. So what are your hobbies and interests?
So many, right? I love cooking,
Yep.
coming from a subcontinent culture.
Yep.
I'm originally from Sri Lanka.
Yep.
So the cooking, especially if you have that the people whom you like dear friends, long-term friends, and the family, cooking for them, I love it, right? And so in the kitchen table, if they are my very good friend in the kitchen table, cooking and eating and
Mm.
talking,
Okay.
that would be my best hobby. And then
Oh.
reading when I have time.
Mm.
And then this photography and wandering around. So in a way that mind is occupied, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah. I guess it keeps you busy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. And yeah, so you're from Sri Lanka. How long have you been here in Australia now?
About more than 30 years. Now
Oh,
Australia
congratulations.
is
Wow.
home. Yeah, more than 3 decades. So Yeah, so my doctor, the basic degree, MBBS, is from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And then I lived in Canada for about 3 years. And then I came to Australia as an immigrant.
Yeah.
And all my specialist qualifications, psychiatry, forensics, and CP, is actually from Australia.
Oh, nice. Interesting. Get to know your background a bit.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about so you started a charity, if I like a foundation.
Yes,
So it's called Mind Connections Foundation, right?
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good. So can you tell me a little bit about why you started this and what's your vision about it?
Oh, look, I was thinking about that for some time, but yesterday I actually met a very dear friend,
Yeah.
and we were talking about our own roots, like our mothers, our grandmothers, and why do we do what we do? She's also in the charity space, so it occurred to me actually the start happened when I was a very little child and watching my mother, what she did for the community and what my father did for the community. I think probably that's where that I realized that actually you can do a lot. And my mother is not a kind of very prominent personality.
Hmm.
But when she passed away, how the community respect her,
Mm-hmm.
it tells me a whole story about how much she lived with the community. I think probably that could be the place where I got my charity ambitions or training, if you want to say that. But as an immigrant woman, initially it was about establishing my family,
Yep.
establishing my career. So I actually didn't have any time apart from getting the qualifications, earning money, feeding children,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing, right? But after I established myself, it's Sam, like any immigrant woman, it's sheer hard work,
Yep.
right? And recently I saw my own son working very, very hard, and I told him, look, darling, it's really not necessary. Don't work hard. And he looked at me and he asked,
Yep.
look who is talking. So that gives you an idea. It's I think almost any immigrant, it's sheer hard work to establish themselves. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
after my obligations was over, that children are big, they are doing well, and that I paid almost all of my bills, then I had the time, energy,
Mm.
and still that I felt like I don't want to retire.
Mm.
So basically, that's where the background of the foundation came. But
Yep.
in mental health, Sam, as a psychiatrist, I think it is very confronting. It's very provocative space that we work every day.
Yeah.
So the charity in mental health actually came from one of my patients. I see them every day. And
Yep.
I remember seeing a patient, a young man who had a potential to thrive, but due to financial barriers and social isolation, he kept falling through the cracks and no one was there to look after him. And
Mm.
it really affected me. I think that was a turning point for me, thinking about my son having opportunities.
Yep.
And this young man is not having opportunities. I realized we needed a bridge between clinical care and real life support
Mm.
ways before people become mentally ill. So I was thinking about this for some times.
Yep.
And then the second thing, that as a psychiatrist, I see firsthand there was a glaringly obvious gap in mental health. Many people, especially vulnerable people, communities, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this too, because like me, you are a migrant too.
Yep.
So struggle to assess timely
Mm.
care when they needed it becomes very elusive. So I wanted to create something beyond clinical psychiatry, something that fosters connection, resilience, taking care at a community level. So that's the second thing which led me to establish this foundation. The third reason, something which really distressed me, is about everyone having opinions on biases towards mental illness. Don't get me wrong, it's very good. It's a very good thing, but sometimes the danger is missing the disease aspects of mental illness. So I thought about, okay, when patients come to see me, it is too late. So I was thinking about what could be done way before in the community. So preventative aspects. So all this charity work I do is in the community space. It is about good food, good life, community connection. And they all have powerful effect in preventing mental illness, isn't it? So promoting wellness aspects than the illness aspects. That's where I started the charity. So putting all these things together, Mind Connections was born because I needed a platform to do preventative work, not clinical work. Clinical work, I can do it in my office. But I must say that even though, say, I established it, I'm very lucky because I'm joined by an incredible board. They're very skilled, they are accomplished, they are talented, they are equally visionary. So I think if Mind Connections Foundation has some success, it is not only me, that we all share it together, and together we move forward. So we run workshops, we have initiatives throughout the year. So it's very pleasing. I find that my job is easy to do because I'm well supported by the administrative staff, but I find charity work, you have to have passion, you have to have commitment, you have to have grit and determination if you really want to continue with the foundation, Mind Connections Foundation. So I don't know whether it's a good thing or bad thing, Sam. I find that now, I've been the old age, I'm actually working twice as the days I worked when I was young. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, like I said, like I guess if you're very passionate about what you do, like I guess time flies, and like it's just all about your passion. And I'm really I respect you a lot, yeah, Padmini, because of your, like what you said, you're a migrant, and then you've got to where you are at the moment, and you're pretty well known in the society, especially in Hill society. And yeah, that's the reason why I want to interview you, because I know your background is like you're a psychiatrist and you've got a lot of credentials. And speaking about credentials, actually you won a couple of awards, and one of the awards is it the Woman of the Year? Correct me if I'm wrong. And the other one is the Australian of the Year in the Hills district, is it?
I think probably, yes, there were a few awards. Women of the West by Western Sydney University.
Yep.
That is one thing. And then probably I became the finalist of the about 3 years Hillshire Council. But the issue is, when I think about the people who does community work for a long time, I am actually one of very many. No, it's nice to have recognition for the simple reason it's actually advance what you do. But I can't say that that compared to very many good people who do extremely good work, Sam, that I stand out as I do what I can, and I'm so glad that I get to know all these wonderful people through charity work.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, like it's very good that you won some awards, and I really want to congratulate for your hard work, like serving the community, and especially mental health, like such a big topic, because I've been through like the pros and cons of mental health as well. So as you may know, like I'm your client, and yeah, like it's all about prevention. Prevention before occur. What you said about that. So, but yeah, like it's just such a big topic now. There's like mental health issues that needs to be solved. And but yeah, like you creating this foundation already is really it's good for the community. So when you said about is this good or bad, I'll say it's very good, because like you're promoting the stigma of the mental health.
But if you permits me, Sam, if you allow me to say that, it's incredible that when I looked at through your journey as an immigrant young man, right? I think it is incredible, right? And I had the privilege of observing it because you and I know each other for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And in that sense, how you blossom and what you do, right? And how much pride you take in your work, it actually really, for me, it's really lovely to see, and I admire. So
Thanks a lot.
compared to anybody else interviewing me, I love this opportunity to be part of your podcast.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the compliment. But yeah, I guess it's just you need to be very resilient, I guess. You need to fight against the issue and then just tackle it full on, and then if you have the experience and you keep going, I guess anything positive can happen. I guess you just need to just keep going, and just whatever happens, just just keep going. Appreciate it. But so thanks for sharing your reason behind the foundation and your awards. And I just got some questions. So you started Mind Connection. So how long have you been doing my open Mind Connections for now? Like,
so I think the background is all about 14 years. And I think when I started the charity work, I was very naive. I thought that being a psychiatrist and wanting to do mental health education to the community, if I organize something, that people will flock. But really it didn't happen. And I was kind of very heartbroken, saying all this attempt, where did it go? Right. But really, one of the person who attended the very first event in 2011, I think, told me, look, Dr. Howpage, have you ever thought, if you say you are educating mental health, people will come, and how come you miss the point that if people come to your event about mental health education, people worry about that other people judging them having mental illness. That's why they are coming to your event. And the penny dropped. And I realized the stigma, and I realized you can't be in the front saying, okay, it is about mental health. So that's how that all my community event now become kind of family fun affairs, like the positive steps, that it's about dogs, right? So the wellness concept, and I can understand people feel stigmatized, people feel judged, people feel that other people mistreat them. But since the day I worked it out, thanks to the feedback I got, it is easy. So it started 11 years ago, and I am, in a way, I'm surprised how far it has grown. And when we started about 12 years ago, no one in the hills talk about mental health. It's such a taboo stigma. And within 11 years, even government is also pouring money. So it's a different area, that Lifeline and Are You Okay? And there are Beyond Blue. So there are good campaigns to promote mental health, and at local level also. So many people see the value and doing it. So now it is relatively easy. But when we started long time ago, it was not easy. But like I once mentioned, you have to work with a very good team committed to the cause. Alone, it's so much work. It will kind of burn you out. But if you are with a good team, it kind of energizes you. It kind of, you can bounce back with each other, and you can move forward. And but a lot of money is needed also, Sam. Any charity, it is a business organization, right? So to do good business, do good charity, you have to be a good business. I'm surprised we came this far, and I'm surprised that we actually use money in a very effective way, and we continue to do good things in the community. So that's how I came this far. It's about 12 years now, or 12 to 14 years.
Oh, Congratulations on that. Like it's like I said, it's not, like we said earlier, it's not easy. Any business, like you need
Yeah,
to be very persevere and hard work, and you need a good team that supports each other, and that's what's
yeah,
most much.
yeah.
And I was very, I should I say, um, yeah, shocked when you got yourself out there. Like before, like you were just doing a psychiatrist, now you're doing these extracurricular activities. Yeah, you read a book and you're starting to get yourself out there in the social media, and that's what I thought I needed to interview you now because yeah, you're doing a lot of great initiatives and you're serving the community, and I guess it's all about yeah giving back, and then you gain in return, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to be speaking at your event, the positive event next
Yes.
month. So yeah,
Thank you so much. No, I think,
thanks. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Thanks for your invitation, and I'm happy to become one of the speakers. And yeah, and then you're collaborating with Eob as well. And yeah, he's a very great, nice guy, down to
yeah.
earth guy, and creating this event. And I like this concept because yeah, I guess like positive, like you have dogs and you have people, and that's the dogs help you to help uplift people up, and then that's really what it's all about, right? Like in terms of mental health and
Yeah, so normalizing the atmosphere actually is a good learning opportunity for people. Without the fear of stigma, they can ask questions. So on the day, getting professionals to be there, like psychiatrists, psychologists, mental health workers,
mm,
and then the dogs told. So in a normalized environment, people are a lot more brave about asking questions. My
mm,
daughter has this, my
mm,
son has this, what
yeah,
do you think? Where to get help? So it become a lot more rewarding, and people leave with good knowledge rather than kind of ideas or biases or the false concept. So for me, it's a great thing. No?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like it's a great initiative. And how long have you been creating this event for now, like the positive event?
Annually. Actually, I'm surprised it survived the COVID, because
Mm,
being a family fun affair,
yeah.
COVID really hit us because you couldn't have any outside. So I thought it might die, but no, it's actually becoming stronger and stronger.
Mm,
No, so this year it's on 23rd of March, but we have very many stalls, because I'm not the organizer. I can't tell you
mhm,
exactly, but
yeah.
we have so many stores, and a fantastic balloon man, and the face painting, and a lot
Mm,
of mental health talk, and
mhm,
then children. Even the why we put in dogs is children learn about the responsibility, loyalty, how to take care by learning about pets, isn't it? In for a good life, what else do you want? Like dog showing you need loyalty, you need compassion,
yeah.
you need love,
Mm,
and all those things. Dogs typifies them. So children learning about how to be responsible pet owner, they go a long way in life, isn't it? It's at the end
mm,
of the day, it's about like they are taking care of pet, they take
yeah.
care of their families
Yeah.
eventually when they grow up. Or
Mm,
at school, they'll take care of their peers. So the bullying and things
mm,
that can disappear. So it sounds like a family fun day, but behind it, there is a lot of kind of very rich tapestry. Yeah,
mm.
standing out.
Interesting.
Mm.
Nice. Yeah, I guess yeah, it's a great idea that you have. Like yeah, because it just mixes well together mental health and dogs. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, just like take care of the dog, and then the dog takes care of you as well. So I really like this concept. And yeah, so Padmini, just one more question
Mhm.
for the audience.
Mhm.
I always ask this question. So, how do you build trust with people? Like, do you have some hints and tips for people on how to build genuine connections from your end?
Aha, yeah, well, it's a very important question in the modern day society, because modern day society is becoming a nuclear and individualistic, right? We come from, if you think about evolutionary concept, we come from kind of a extended family structure, isn't it? That we
Yep.
all part of the community, but now it's one person actually dominate the whole world. that kind of control pocket syndrome.
Mm.
But to answer that, I think the most important thing, Sam, probably what we are doing, listen, understand each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the genuine listening strengthen the bonds, isn't it? That we understand each other. So the first thing I would say, listening.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like actually thinking on others' feet. So the big word is empathy. Empathy means that your ability to think about others, because most of the time we feel paranoid because we feel persecuted by others. But if you think about others, if they do something ill that you think, you have to think about what is the thing behind. So developing empathy doesn't take much, but basically thinking on others' shoes, it is important. And my pet thing, like be present for this moment, like no matter what happened in the past, the traumas and all these things, no matter what is going to happen in the future, you never know, but enjoying this moment, looking at flowers and having moment to see the beauty. Because when we talk this moment past, if we experience this moment, we have a good memory, isn't it? That we actually lived through this moment. So, and mindfulness, being present in this moment, it is important. And probably the next one I would ask everyone to do is set healthy boundaries, because when we are nice, we go in, we all like love. So we all like people telling, oh, you are a good person, or you're great, and this and that. But not buying into it and having healthy boundaries and saying no when you feel it is correct, saying yes when you feel it is correct, but not feeling guilty. So having healthy boundaries, because at the end of the day, if you don't protect yourself, who is there to protect you, Sam? Isn't it?
That's true.
So it's really, and I find all these things are good, but if you don't have the ability to say, look, I am grateful. Thank you. Like, that's what I would tell you today. Like, thank you for inviting me. I am grateful for the opportunity. So unless we value, unless we show that we are actually thankful for the opportunities we have, the better relationships will not happen. So for the better relationship, you don't need to have money. You don't have to have prestige. You don't have to have status. Anyone can have better relationship if you listen, if you practice empathy, in others' shoes, and if you are present this moment, because if you are not present, you are not going to listen. And then you set healthy boundaries. And then that's the from your side. But really, how do you get the other person? You just say, thank you very much. And then you actually build boundaries, which is very strong, interwoven. And then you do it repeatedly. Those bonds are extremely strong. Like, for me, it's a delight to meet a long-term friend whom I know 30 years. And like, then you start from where you stop, because that's why you understand each other, you listen to each other, you practice empathy, you are in each other's shoes. You set boundaries and you tell the friend, look, I can't come today, but tomorrow I can. So if you ask me how to build better relationship, very simple things in life, Sam, not money, not food. All these things are complementary.
Yep.
But what matters is that authenticity you carry with yourself, isn't it?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So yeah, it's pretty cool how you shared this. I appreciate, I guess, when you see a lot of patients, like from a psychologist point of view, you're seeing people all the time, and what you say is very true. Set healthy boundaries, even though you're a nice person, but you still need to protect your own boundaries, right? So to have
Yes, yes,
integrity and things like
yes.
that. So I really buy that, because my mentor actually told me you need to teach people how to set healthy boundaries as well. Because yeah, it's not just about being nice to the person. You need to have that integrity and professionalism as well. And I
Mm.
guess you've seen a lot of people, like maybe as patients, like or maybe over thousands and thousands. So I think you know how to connect with people, and really know how to have that empathy and things like that. So yeah, appreciate what you shared with your years of experience. And Dr. Padmini Howpage, thanks for sharing your insights, your knowledge, and your wisdom. And I appreciate you for coming on board today to be on my podcast. And viewers, if you want to connect with Dr. Padmini Howpage, very nice person, you can connect with her on Facebook or Instagram. She's all on the social media pages. And Padmini, how can the viewers actually connect with you?
Oh, so the foundation, like I would give you foundation matters to me very much. So basically, anyone goes to the Google Mind Connections Foundation, you will find us, and you will find we actually want to change mind. We don't want to do the charity work for the sake of doing. We want to change the mind, the way people think, right? So please visit the website, volunteer with us. So like you said, Sam, that Mind Connections Foundation, there is Facebook, there is LinkedIn, there is a website. So people can find out us. And throughout the year, we have the events. And let me tell you, if with your permission, because I would really like people to know.
Yeah.
So we have International Women's Day in March and International Men's Day celebrations in October. Both events we celebrate.
Oh, interesting.
And then we have positive event in March.
Yeah.
And we also have the academic program with the Western Sydney University, where we actually establish an award for the School of Psychology to do the research in mental health field. We find it's actually icing of the cake, and the entries we get is amazing, and the feedback we get, they're saying us that about 800 people academic people put their entries to this. So we find actually change in minds, we are achieving our goal. In addition to that, we have Women's Wellness Hub weekly. We have a women's retreat every year in September, wellness retreat. Yeah. And so throughout the year, we have different programs, Sam. Please, I would ask everyone, work with us, volunteer with us. I can guarantee that you will be very happy that you are contributing to the society. And so good-natured, good-hearted people. And if you want to exercise your right to give to this society, please join the Mind Connections Foundation. Easy to find out. Website, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram.
Interesting. Yeah, so thanks viewers. So you know what to do. Connect with Mind Connects Foundation, join the programs, etc., and then you have a great a good time, and then it's a great initiative as well. So yeah, Dr. Padmini, thanks for your time. Appreciate your this draws to a close. I know we can keep going, but I guess it's time to finish this podcast. And thanks for your time again. I know your time's precious, and I appreciate you for joining this podcast.
And thank you so much, Sam.
Yeah.
And looking forward to work with you in the future too.
Yeah, likewise. All right. No worries. Dr. Padmini, have a good one. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.